Hey guys, so I am back with a monthly makeup bag and let's go ahead and get into it because there's quite a lot of things here. Now these used to be weekly, but I changed them to monthly because with my new job and everything, I haven't been on here as much, so I figured that it's probably just easier to make it a monthly makeup bag. So there's a lot of products in here and some of them are new, so I'll give you my thoughts on those and we'll see. If you guys have tried any of it, please let me know below so that way I can get your thoughts on it too, since I've only tried some of these a few times. So this is my Too Faced Little Black Book of bronzers. This I love, and I took it back out because it has all of these different shades of bronzers. It's all of the ones that were in their collection as of whenever this came out in 2015. So they have added some more since, but these are the collection of their basic shades that have been around forever. I love them. I love incorporating this into my collection because they have so many pretty bronzers that you can use them differently depending on the day or the event or whatever you're doing. So I love this and I'm so happy that I have this. Definitely won't have to purchase a full size as long as I have these. And if I do fall in love with a particular one out of here, I figured that I could buy the full size at that time whenever I hit pan on it. But as you can see, I have so much left that I haven't gotten to that point yet. I also went back to this Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in Rosé Champagne. This is just a really pretty natural blush. It is kind of peachy, kind of mauve. It's great for the summer. This is exactly the shade that I love when it comes to blush because it's not too much. It's not like Barbie doll pink and it's not too deep or kind of like orangey purple, whatever. It's just really pretty nice, natural for everyday looks. So I was loving that again. This is something new to my collection. This is the Revolution Makeup Love Conquers All palette. So this is, you have 6 shades and then you have the highlighter in the middle. This was a free gift with purchase when you purchased, I think, $15 worth of Makeup Revolution, which isn't hard because one of their palettes is $15. They have some $20 palettes, but even if you buy a couple smaller things from their line, you know, it adds up quickly, but I do love their products. So anyways, this was a free gift with purchase. I really like it. These aren't the best shades that I've ever used in my life. Now, it doesn't really tell you what they are, so I used the 6 on the outside as eyeshadows and then the one in the middle as a highlighter, and it is really pretty. It's pinky, but it has like a golden swirl to it. I don't know if you can see that at all, but it does come off as pink with just a little bit of a reflection of light. So I love this. I think it's really pretty. Glad I have that in my collection. Like I said, it's not the best palette from them that I've tried, and it's certainly not the best palette in my collection, but I really do like it, and it was a free gift, so that was even better. I have this I Love You So Mochi NYX palette that I was using. This is a more colorful one. As you can see, there's a lot of pastels, a lot of I kind of like to describe them as Easter egg colors, so there's a lot of different shades in here. You have your bright yellow. These two pinks, honestly, though, come off pretty similar. This has a blue shift to it, where this is just a straight pink, which is really pretty, but yeah, there's so many pretty looks that come in this palette, and I know these two are coming off a little bit the same on here, it looks like, but this one is more blue, where this is more of a gray blue when you have it on the eyes, so it does really show up differently, and I like this palette. I have the more natural one too, and I think that they're both good in their own respect. Like, if you're looking for a colorful palette, this is a nice one, but they are really expensive, so these are each $19.99, which is expensive for NYX in my opinion, but obviously I added them to my collection because I really do like NYX products. The IT Cosmetics Your Most Beautiful You palette in Laugh, Love, and Live. This is a bronzer, highlight, and blush palette. So the bronzer is just really pretty on all skin tones, I feel like. And then the blush is kind of like that NARS Orgasm pink with that shift to it, which is also really pretty. And then this highlight here is just really pretty for everyday looks. It's not too much in your face. It's not like not showing up at all. So it is really pretty for an everyday look. That's what I was using this for when I was going to work. I would just throw this on and it was so simple. and it does come with a nice size mirror. It's the same size as this lid, so nice little travel palette there. If you're looking for 3 products in one, certainly a great way to go. I went back to using my Reserve Your Cabana highlight from Wet n Wild. This is really pretty, but it's not my favorite. It is very subtle. I think I'm going to start using it, though, as kind of like an hourglass veil all over the face and just kind of use it up that way, because this product is getting pretty old. It's been in my collection for a while, so in order to use it up, I think I'm going to start using it that way and see how I do. Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette. This obviously has been through the ringer. I love this palette. As you can see, I've hit a lot of pan on the contour side, but the highlight side is all gone except for this little piece there. So this I definitely want to finish up this year for sure, or at least use enough of it where I feel like I can move it out of my collection, because I don't think it needs to stick around since it is already done, and it's pretty wear, and there's a lot of wear and tear on the outside, you can tell for sure. So this Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid I was using, this is in the shade Champagne Pop, and I love these. They come with a pump on them, and they're so pretty. I'm not sure how much is still in here. As you can see, you can kind of see through the package, but the rest of it hasn't kind of settled down for me to see, but I have a feeling it's in around here somewhere, so it's not full. I've had it for a while. What I like to do is just take like 1 pump of this, mix it in with my primer, and then go all over my face before foundation, and it gives me that nice healthy glow, and then it makes my foundation just kind of look glowy and healthy, and people are like, "You look so radiant and so pretty. I love your makeup today." And I'm like, "Thank you." And yeah, so that's my secret. So I have some lip products here. This is the Bare Minerals Gen Matte in Infamous. This is a mauve nude, very pretty rosy nude pink. So I love that. I've talked about those a lot on my channel, so I'm not going to stick on that too long. This is a Megalast Liquid Catsuit from Wet n Wild in the shade Rebel Rose. Similar shade to the one I just showed you from Bare Minerals, but I love this formula, and it's available at the drugstore. Super cheap. I love these, so definitely pick up some of those if you haven't already. These two are new to my collection, so this is a NYX Lingerie Gloss. These just came out within the last month. They have been so pretty. I think this is a nice natural nude. It's very light, so if you don't like that, you won't like this, but these are not a sticky gloss at all. They're the perfect consistency where they're not sticky, they're not drying, they last quite a bit, and the color payoff is really great, so I do love those. And then this Lottie London Slay All Day Matte Liquid Lipstick, it's the same color as what you see, so again, another kind of mauve-y shade. I think it's so pretty, and yeah, that's in the shade TBT, hashtag TBT. So anyways, yeah, I picked that up, and this one as well is a nude. This is Fuel. This is a cream from Wet n Wild, not Wet n Wild, Urban Decay. This came out with their summer collection, and I think it's so pretty, and I love the limited edition packaging. It's kind of like an orangey, different color there. So I think it's really pretty. Okay, last few products. I was using this Pure 4-in-1 pressed mineral makeup in the shade Light Tan, just to kind of use it as a face powder. I wasn't using it as a powder foundation, but it was a little bit deep for my skin tone, so it matches pretty well. But when I'm using a darker foundation and then I use this on top, it comes off really dark and pigmented. So that's the one good thing about this powder foundation, is I think if you just want to use this alone, it adds a nice amount of coverage because it does come off so pigmented. So I really like it, but I need to use it with a lighter foundation. So I do have some lighter foundations I'm trying to use up. I'll be pairing them with this so that it matches my self-tan. And then I finally got one of the Physicians Formula Butter Highlights. This is in the shade Pink. It's so pretty. It's pink and it's very shimmery. I love pink highlighters, and I think it comes off so nice on the skin. I love the texture of that. It's so soft, but it's not of a consistency where you can't work with it. It is really, really nice. So I like that. And then I picked up the Catrice Liquid Metal Long Lasting Cream Eyeshadows. This one is in the shade Champagne Shower, and it is a very pretty gold shade. I'm not sure if you can see it. Very pretty gold shade there. So I really do love these. It did not crease on my eyes when I wore it, which was something I was kind of nervous about because sometimes those cream shadows will really crease, but it didn't. I used it on my lid and it was so pretty. It stood out, but it wasn't too much. It was just the right amount of pigmentation, stayed all day, and it was a great product. So I'm definitely going to be picking up more of those. Yeah, I think these are relatively new to their line. I'm not sure, but yeah, they're really nice. And then this Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, these are Slim Lights, and this is also in the shade Champagne Pop. These are really nice for highlighting down the nose or around the Cupid's bow, wherever you might want just a very little bit of highlight. And even on the cheeks, if you want to blend it in, it's really nice. It's great for under the brow bone. That's what I kind of use these slimmer ones for, just for like smaller areas of the face, but I love those. And I actually got mine on Haute Look, so be sure to check there because they do have Becca products every once in a while, and not just the limited edition ones, but like those, the Skin Perfector poured, stuff like that. So good selection on there. And then this is a pure matte liquid lipsticks. This was a holiday collection. This is in the shade Obsessed. And again, a pinky shade, dries down matte, very nice texture, not too over drying. So I do love their matte formulas. Super Shock Shadow from ColourPop in the shade Hanky Panky. This is a really nice cool toned brown, and I really love it. I have it on today in my crease. I think it came off very nice and pretty, and that's what I'll be using it for mostly, is just as a nice crease shade. I think it just adds a nice little bit of depth. And then I have this Japanesque Champagne highlighter. This was from a holiday set 2 years ago, I think, and this is a champagne shade, but very pretty. These are more subtle, so if you're looking for a more subtle highlight, Japanesque is a good way to go. If you're looking for that bright, striking highlight, this isn't going to be it. These are really pretty though. I love those, so I do recommend picking those up if you're interested in a more subtle highlight. And then I went back to using my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Palette. So this has some wear and tear on it as well. So these two shades here are completely empty. This one has a little bit in the corner. I was using it mostly for the bronzer, and then this blush here, you can kind of see up at the top, there's a little bit of pan showing. So I'm trying to really use this up as it is a few years old. Very pretty palette, but I need to use this product more and get it out of my collection. Then I picked up the UD Beached eyeshadow palette. I wasn't going to pick this up, but then I was like, you know what? I want a new palette. I want to pick something up. What can I get that's different from my collection? And it was this. So very pretty mirror there. And then you have your eyeshadow. So it's one of those that lifts up that way. So you have a mix of warm and cool tones. I really love the blues. That's what drew me to this palette more than anything, because I'm not a huge fan of warm tones. But these two shades here I knew that I'd use every day. And then this shade here and the blues, and then this really pretty brown. So the only ones that I wasn't really drawn to were these two here. And I figured, you know, if I'm drawn to the rest of them, then why not pick it up, because I think it's really pretty. And the blue shades are so stunning. They look so nice. You can create so many different looks with this palette, so I'm so happy I picked that one up. And then I also picked this up. It was on sale this week. This is a Smashbox Studio Skin Shaping Foundation Stick. So on one end you have your foundation stick, and then on the other side you have this contour color, and so what you do is you pick out your color based on the foundation, and then the contour will match your skin tone. So they've kind of already figured it out for you. This is really nice. It's what I have on my skin today. I think it looks nice and healthy. It's not too heavy. Like, I can't feel it at all, and sometimes stick foundations are really heavy. It blended in really nice. I wore it yesterday as well, and it's a great staying power. It's super hot here. It's like 86 or something. So in my opinion, that's super hot. But it's also very humid, and it stayed all day. It didn't break down on my skin, and I wore it till Okay, so I got ready at 7:30 in the morning, and then I had my whole day of work, came home last night, relaxed, went to the gym, made it home, and finally took off my makeup at around 1:30 a.m. So it stayed all day. It was very, very pretty. Love the lasting power on that. So this is normally $42, but right now at Ulta they are on sale for $25, I believe. So go ahead and pick those up if you're at all interested. I might try to get another one because I like it and like to have a backup before I have to pay the full price. So that was pretty, and I have the shade 2.1. So that is 2.1 is, oh, it doesn't say on here, but I think it was light beige or something. And then I picked up the Aspen Novard Tarte palette because this just screams me. I'm such a neutrals girl. The mirror up top is full size, and then you have all of these pretty shades. So they're rosy, neutrals. You have a blush and a highlight. The highlight is very shimmery. The blush is just that perfect shade where it doesn't look like much, but it comes off so pretty on the cheeks. And then you have your browns and your more rosy shades, and then your cream colors. I absolutely love this. I think this is my perfect palette. If I had to describe myself in a palette, this would be it. Just such a pretty palette all together, but every time I made a look of this from this palette, came off so beautiful. I loved it so much, and the shimmers are striking. They're more of that almost like pressed pigment, but it doesn't come off where you can't work with them. Like I used it with a brush and it was fine. You don't have to use your fingers for this. And how cute is this packaging? Like it's just so pretty. So I don't really know her that much, but I love the palette, and I knew as soon as I saw it that I had to have it as part of my collection. So that's everything I have, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will update soon with another makeup bag. And I picked up some things recently at Ulta, so you'll be seeing an Ulta haul as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you tried any of these, what your thoughts were, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!